another episode of the Moving to Canada Tales with Nikki. This is the part 2 of the express entry system that we started talking about. If you're not sure what the express entry system is about, you can check the first video I made. I'll leave the link up here for you to check. And in the previous video, the last thing I spoke about was the pool. So I'll just briefly go through what I mentioned early on. So the first thing was check eligibility, then start the application. The two major things you need for the first stage was IELTS and credential evaluation. So now let's move to the next stage. So supposing you finished with the eligibility, you started application, you filled in all your information, and you already have the IELTS and everything is intact. Once you're done with the application, the system automatically generates a score for you. That's the CRS score, Comprehensive Ranking System score. So that's the score that will be entered into the pool. Now, what is this pool I'm talking about? The pool has the scores of all successful applicants. And roughly every 2 weeks, there is a draw, like the way we have raffle draw. And they have a cutoff point, and those that fall above that cutoff point or equal to that cutoff point have a higher chance of being selected. So for example, the recent draw was on the 4th of August, and the cutoff point was 476. So that was a CR score, that was a cutoff point. So those that were above that or equal to that were the ones that were selected, and they usually select about 1,000 to 1,200 people. Yes, so a lot of people do apply. Now, what happens during that period for the CRS score is that it's not same every week. It keeps changing, and it all depends on the scores that was received that particular period. So, for example, if the majority of the people that applied have higher scores, have higher CRS score, then like the way we're saying that the marking scheme is going to go high. Yes, so the cutoff points goes higher. So it keeps changing. It's not the same. Sometimes like 450, but now it's 476. It means the people that applied this time around high had that scores. I'm going to make a separate video to talk about the things that goes into the scores and how you can improve your score. I'll make a separate video on that. So now, let's say you met the cutoff point and you've been selected. Yeah, what happens next? You'll be sent the invitation to apply. Now, once you're sent the invitation to apply, that's when you move to the next stage. Now, the next stage is where you are going to be submitting all the documents, the actual documents. There are so many documents that you need to submit in that phase. The next video is going to talk about all the documents you have to submit when you are sent the invitation to apply. Another thing too is that up until the point where you enter into the pool, you're not making any payments. The only cost you're incurring is for the IELTS and the credential evaluation. So up to the pool point, you're not making any payments. It's after you've received the invitation to apply, that is when the cost starts coming up. That is when you start making some payments. So yeah, it is only when you are sent the invitation to apply, that is when some payments will be made. I think the processing fee, then you have to submit police reports and all of some other documents. I'll make another video. My next video will talk about the document, the cost and payments that you have to make once you have the invitation to apply. So I hope up to this point you understand everything, and I did a good job of explaining to you about the second stage of being in the pool. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, whatever it is, just leave it in the comment section below and I will gladly answer it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you in the next video. Bye!